A lot of people are talking about personal branding as a motivational speaker, author, coach, entrepreneur, figurehead. And a lot of other people over here trying to build their company. They're trying to drive traffic and conversions and sales and conversion rates and messages and opt-ins. And there's actually something that brings both of those together. Because when you have a vision and something that you stand for, a mission, and you have something that you're selling, the bridge between driving brand and driving conversion is engagement. And you do that by creating a 3x3 grid of what you stand for personally. You create a 3x3 grid of what your company stands for. And each of these 3x3 grids has 9 components in them. You have 3 that are why, 3 that are how, and 3 that are what. 9 one-minute videos. So imagine you have a series of goals. You have stories. When I was 18, I wanted to compete professionally for Nike, and I dropped out of school. True story. That starts with the story, that opening. And the how is, what did you do based on that story, that frustration, the thing that you had to overcome? I got a mentor. I got a job at American Airlines. I was a paper boy. I started an agency to be able to help other people that are doing e-commerce. What is it that you did? What did you do? And how do you share that expertise? That's the how layer. And the what is what you sell. Therefore, I have an agency and I sell packages that do digital marketing, right? I employ a lot of young adults and train them up. And that's how businesses are able to fund our education program, right? You're talking about what you're actually able to do. When you show that your personal goals are in alignment with your company goals, people buy into your vision. It's like Simon Sinek, start with why. Why do people do what they do? They buy your why, they don't buy what you sell. So when you're on social media and you're able to passionately tell your story, people believe in what you stand for, and therefore they buy into that. And when you can tell that in that progression of 3 why stories, 3 how stories, sharing expertise, 3 what stories, talking about what you sell, it's a natural continuum in building relationships. About you as a person that you put on your Facebook public figure page. About you as a company that you put on your Facebook company page, business page, and then you remarket. Remarketing is if people who watch video 1, I'm going to sequence them into video 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Anyone who watched video 4 or 5, I'm going to sequence them into 5, 6, or 7, right? There's all these remarketing sequences, which is stitching together the journey. That's how you bring those 2 together. And as you start to build a library of different stories that are evergreen, when you're interviewing your customers, when you're saying thank you, when you're sharing something that you learned from Ezra Firestone, because he's just got tons and tons of gold nuggets that are coming out, then your customers and your partners and your employees are building your brand for you. The more you share, the more they're going to reflect that back. The more you get content into your content library, the more you're able to pull out what we call the greatest hits. Your greatest hits personally are going to live in that 3x3. Your greatest hits from a company standpoint, which is like a mega A/B test, are going to live over here in your business's 3x3. And that creates amazing power because your personal brand sequences power and awareness over to your company, which is where people buy. And that's how you bring the 2 together. That's how you go across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, email, apps. It doesn't matter. Because when you have your goals, content, and targeting, that goes across every channel, and it's remarketing sequences. You collect an email, that's remarketing. Someone watches a video for 10 seconds on Facebook, remarketing. They come to the website, that pixel fires, you remarket to that. You're always looking for the next step in that relationship, and that's the most important thing that marketers can focus on. There are those that are so busy trying to sell, and they're so busy trying to push out potato chips and flavored soda water, right, CPG brands. But that part in the middle, the engagement, the glue that ties those items together, that's how marketers are going to win in the long run. That's how they build those relationships. And ultimately, your strength as a brand is not what you say or what your ad agency says as a clever, jingle. It's the sum of the positive and negative relationships you build with your customers, your community, your employees over time. That is your long-term competitive advantage. That is how you're able to use search, social, email, apps, offline, all those channels together. That is the heart of the most effective evergreen marketing you could ever have.